Okay, so what are we going to do in the meantime? In the meantime, what we're going to do is we are going to wait for more people to get here. And basically, if you don't know what's going on, we're about to call in for the media call for Sergey Kovalev. So basically, normally before a major fight, fighters, especially here in the States, Golden Boy does it, Top Rank does it. This is Rock Nation, and in main events, they do it. So before a major fight, PBC does it. Before a major fight, the fighters talk to the media about the fight. So basically, it's a 2-day thing. So today, in about 10 minutes or so, Kovalev is going to be talking to the media. It's going to be Kovalev, John David Jackson, Ingus Klemus, and Kathy Duva. Then tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time, it's going to be Andre Ward team. So let me call into the media call. Let me mute this really quick. In fact, welcome
to the Quick Connect conferencing system. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound sign. Your passcode is not valid. Welcome to the Quick Connect conferencing system. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound sign.
Hold on, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Conference.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm registering for the conference call. Everything just started. So basically I got to share the video around. Hello?
Yes, hello. Hello? Yeah. This the Kovalev press conference? Yeah. Manager, I just gave myself. I'm gonna put him on the phone. Okay. Him as hello? So can I put him on the phone now? Yes, yes. Okay. Let me is there anybody else in the call?
I'm here. Something's weird going on with this call where they haven't allowed us to put our name or affiliation. So it seems like we're all just in one room.
That would be correct.
So do we call back, or how does this work?
No.
Hello? You still there? I think you went over to try to conference in this.
Hi, this is Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Hey, Sergey, and I have Sergey with me online.
Hi, Sergey.
Hello, good.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I was just watching you 24/7. It's tremendous. You look tremendous on it.
Yeah, did you like it?
Oh my God. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I've watched that halfway through.
I didn't see it.
Got it. I just sent it. Well, I sent it to you. You have it now. You can look at it on your phone.
Yeah. I'll something cool. I will watch it.
Yeah. And I will finish watching it after all. Excellent.
Okay.
Hi, Kathy. Yeah. It's Patrick Thorne. How are you? I'm good, Patrick. How are you? Good. I just want to let you know I just dialed in to listen in, and I guess it's just an open line. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to, so you guys know that, just in case. Okay. We were just talking about it 24/7 and how good it is. It's really good. I love how it starts out. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That's compelling. So only got too much mouth off of it now. I was gonna watch it like every shift, like every 5 minutes, watch it. And I sent it on to Agents and Circus, so they have it now and looking for watch. Great. Anything else you need, just let me know. I know, thank you. As always, you're the best. Thanks.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Something bizarre is going on. So what we're going to do is basically it was some open line situation. Normally when you call in, they usually ask your name and your affiliation. But I was just in some open room, some open conference room that I don't think I was supposed to be in. You know where. So what we're going to do is we're going to call back. All right. So if you don't know what we're doing today, basically we're going to try to get some questions in with Kovalev, and tomorrow is going to be Andre Ward's media call. Let me share this around. So the message was already sent. So yeah, we're gonna do it that way. What's going on? How you guys doing? So we're gonna wait and see what Kovalev has to say, and then go from there. So I'm gonna call back and see if they do something different. What's up? 888.
Welcome to the Quick Connect conferencing system. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound sign. Your passcode has been confirmed. Please wait while you are joined to the conference. I'm in the kitchen. I'm ready to. Makes more sense.
Okay, once again, I hung up again. Not on my end, they're having some technical difficulties. So to explain for the new people, basically, before the build up to a fight, I know I'm here in the States, Top Rank does it, Golden Boy does it, PBC does it, Main Events does it, Rock Nation does it, where for the main events, and sometimes the co-feature, they have what's called a media conference call where they send out an email to media members to call in to ask questions to the boxers before a fight. That's not saying, you're going to get a question in. That's not guaranteed that you get a question in, especially like when you're low on a totem pole like me, you may get a question in last. But every now and then, you do get some questions in. So with this media call, normally with a media call, you call in, an operator asks you your name, and your media affiliation. And then you, if you want to ask a question, you would hit something like *1. Well, in this case, when I call them up, they have all the media members call up, and the call just leads to this open conference room where there's no moderation or no affiliation no moderation or anything. So that's why I got to call back again to hope that they can correct the situation, because how can they ask questions or moderate questions when they have everybody just in one room? It's going to be outrageous. So we're going to talk boxing, but the call was supposed to start at 2 p.m. It's now 2:06. So let me call back one more time to see if they fix the situation. Today is Sergey Kovalev. Tomorrow is Andre Ward. For Team Kovalev.
Welcome to the Quick Connect conferencing system. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound sign. Code has been confirmed. Please wait while you are joined to the conference.
Hello.
Hello? Hello? Who's there? Who's this?
So guys, Ellen Haley, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, so just bear with us, okay?
Okay, okay. So where's my line? Okay.
No, it's me, so thank you.
Hello. Hello. Okay, I was just making sure we were muted. So, yeah, they have some technical difficulties on their end, so I may have to call back again.
Darren? Yeah, who's here? Okay. All right. So let me go and make that announcement to the main room. 1 moment.
I don't know if I should hang up and call back again or what. Can y'all hear clearly? Can you guys hear clearly? So for those who don't know, we're waiting for we're waiting for the conference call. They're having some technical difficulties. So it's going to be Kathy Duva, the promoter of Kovalev, John David Jackson, the trainer, Ingus Klimas, the manager, and Sergey Kovalev, of course, on the call. So we're going to try to get some questions in. So if you can't hear the audio, be sure to let me know. I was having some audio issues over the last few days, but it should be resolved by now. Oh, and also, if you want to watch HBO 24/7, it is on YouTube now. They released it on YouTube about 2 hours ago. So if you want to watch the full episode of HBO 24/7, you have to go to YouTube. Can somebody tell me if you can hear the audio? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call back one more time until we get through.
Welcome to the Quick Connect conferencing system. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound sign. Passcode has been confirmed. Please wait while you are joined to the conference.
It seems like they still haven't fixed their issue. This never happened before. So, to be honest with you, it's like this, right? Kovalev is a very underrated boxer. I'm talking about like as far as a pure boxer, like he can jab, he's good defensively, and the fact that he gassed out, he said the 5th round. You have to think that for him to do that good against Andre Ward, who had his best half, the second half of the fight, that really says a lot, especially since Andre Ward is considered one of the best, if not in many people's eyes, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So what we're doing right now, for those who don't know, is we're waiting for them to sort their technical difficulties out with the media call. And Kovalev, John David Jackson, Kathy Duva, Ingus Klimas, the manager of Kovalev, is going to be on the line. So basically, I've been hanging up and calling back, seeing if they sort their issues, but they told everybody to hold on. Let's call back. Maybe that little whatever that was meant they did something.
Welcome to the Quick Connect conferencing system. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound sign.
And it's like, if they say he overtrained, then whose fault is it that he overtrained? His trainer,
Wait while you are joined to the conference. You are the first caller to the conference. Please wait while others join.
I don't know what's going on with this conference call. This is a disaster. You got to talk the belt from the champ. You mean take the belt from the champ. Ward didn't do enough. I mean, in a sport where you have 3 different judges, and they all likely are looking for 3 different things, it's hard to say that. But I get what you're saying. But put it this way, it's like when it comes to basketball or football or somebody that's been a reigning champion for so long. I get what you're saying, like to beat the champ.
Conference operator, may I have your name, please?
Terrell Van, that's Terel, last name V as in Victor, ANN.
And your affiliation?
FightView360.com.
Fight, F-I-G-H-T, View, V-I-E-W, 360.
Correct.
Thank you. And the call has not started yet.
Okay.
You haven't missed anything. Can I see you back?
All right, that's what we were waiting for. All right, we're good. So we're going to wait for them to sort their shit on their end. And
the conference is now being recorded.
Okay, that's what you want to hear. All right, yeah. So that's what you want to hear. You want to hear them play a little music in the background. So yeah, man, it's like I look at it like this. Something's telling me in my gut Andre Ward's going to pull it off. But Kovalev is actually literally angry and mad. And if he said he overtrained, like basically we know Kovalev's going for the knockout. Andre Ward has been hinting at that he's going for the knockout, but can he really do it? And also factor in that knockdown. What if Andre Ward didn't get knocked down? What if Andre Ward didn't get knocked down? How close would the cards be then? And when it comes to the second half of the fight, whether Kovalev said he gassed out or not, that's an excuse. Whose fault is that you gassed out? Whose fault is that you overtrained? So it's like you're blaming John David Jackson. You're blaming your trainer. If you really want to keep it 100, you're throwing your trainer under the bus. So they're sorting everything on their side. Ward might be pressured into trading with Kovalev, but he's never been that type of fighter, though. Unless he really feels that he's going to have something to prove. But I wouldn't risk it. He's a good boxer, and I will continue the same game plan he had in the second half of the fight, where he was going to the body and he was moving. So since Kovalev said he was gassed out in the second half of the fight, then go to the body early, and you got to stay. He's got to stay on that bite. But Kovalev, as we've seen, very good at cutting off the ring, and also he's a very accurate puncher. Kovalev will win this one. It will be a rubber match. Well, Hbo Ppv said that if they win, there won't be a second fight. I mean, there won't be a third fight because she just doesn't want to deal with Ward and the team anymore. But if the money's there, they'll do it. But truth be told, I think that for both sides, there won't be a trilogy. I think that this is done. After this fight, this is done. Even if Ward won the first one and Kovalev was the second one, I think that this is not going to be no third match. There's too much political shit going on, and we don't know what's going on with Rock Nation yet. As far as if they're going to be staying in boxing or not. I just keep checking the phone to see if they started the call because I got them on mute because they're playing. Conference call music. I agree. He lost the first, but figure him out the second half. Yeah. Hold on. Let me share this. Damn it, I'm gonna break this. I need to move this. I need to get a bigger one. Actually, let me do something real quick. Give me 1 minute. Do something real quick. So once again, I got to repeat the same shit over and over for the people who don't know. We're waiting for the Kovalev and the Sergey Kovalev media call to start. So they just had some technical difficulties earlier, so now they're a little behind. So on the call is going to be Sergey Kovalev, John David Jackson, Igor Klimas, and Kathy Duva. And tomorrow is going to be Team Andre Ward on the media call. So today is the Kovalev call. Tomorrow's Andre Ward and his team. You know, so is Rigondeaux on the undercard? Yes, Rigondeaux is on the undercard. Yes. You know, and Dmitry Bivol, who's the WBA #1 contender, or the WBO, either or. Same time tomorrow. No, tomorrow's call is, this one was 2 p.m. It's 2:18 now. Tomorrow's is at 4 p.m. You know, Eastern. You know, 1 p.m. Pacific. You know, then there's something else going on Thursday. And then remember, we got that now that Canelo versus Golovkin is official and they have a venue. A press tour is supposed to be announced this week. They said the coming days, but a press tour is supposed to be announced. And I could very well be in New York next week and the week. If put it this way, if you have Broner versus Garcia is heavily rumored to be in New York. So that press conference can be any, you know, that could probably be next week. Then if you have Canelo versus Golovkin, they said Golden Boy said yesterday that that press tour could be announced in the coming days. So you know they're going to hit New York, L.A., Texas, and probably Vegas or even Mexico. So you know I got to get prepared for that. Meaning that's like probably 2 different New York boxing events. Is anyone else video not working? Mine keep loading. Let me check. See if it's just you, bro. So yeah, I kind of wanted to just chill this month, I guess. I kind of wanted to just chill this month, but going to be moving around again, unfortunately. Going to be moving around again. You know, also remember, I'm making a lot of technological upgrades around here. You know, because in order to get to Canelo versus Golovkin, you know, I got to start making some money, right? So June, it's June. You know, it's June. We got to get this YouTube money up. We got to get this YouTube money up, yo. You know, so I really didn't want to have to do any traveling, but you know, New York. I mean, I do plan on going to Broner versus Garcia if it's in New York, but like
the delay. What would a boxing conference call be without some technical difficulties? But I want to thank you for joining us for Sergey Kovalev's media call. And we're, of course, here to discuss the Ward versus Kovalev to the rematch, which is taking place on June 17th at Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas. The fight will be produced and distributed by Hbo Ppv beginning ET 6 p.m. PT. With us on the call today, we have Sergey Kovalev, we have Kathy Duva, CEO of Main Event. We have Igor Klimas, Sergey's manager, and John David Jackson, Sergey's boxing trainer. During the Q&A, you'll be able to ask questions of any of them. And since you've waited so long, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce Kathy Duva. Kathy, you can greet all these fine people, say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Washington Breeze 2. We're just 11 days away, and we're excited, and we're going to have a great event. That's what I have to say.
Sergey, want to say hello?
Yes, hello, everybody.
And a few words. Igor Klimas, any words for us?
Hello, everybody.
And John David Jackson here with us as well, correct?
Yes.
All right. Right now, I'm going to open up the Q&A. The operator will take it from here, and we'll get you going.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would like to ask a question, please press $1 on your telephone keypad. Your questions, please. A maximum of 2 questions per turn. If you would like to ask additional follow-up questions, you
turn it up. Give me 1 minute.
Remember the ones waiting for the power to join. The first question is going to come from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Hello. I have a question for, I'd like Sergey and John David to answer if they could. When you have gone back and looked at the video of the fight in November, how do you guys score it? And why do you think, when you watch it, what do you think it was maybe that the judges saw that convinced them to give, the majority of the rounds to Ward?
Who's that, John? Are you asking first?
I'd like that. Yeah, that question.
Let's see, go first if you want.
Sergey, could you answer that?
Серега, вопрос в том плане, что когда через патриот бой, как ты думаешь, что судьи видели, как-то судьи видели это все по-другому, что именно, как ты думаешь, в своем мнении?
I was the only one time this fight, and I don't know, it was very counted, but it's not my job. I saw what that I won the fight 8 rounds, 12, and 8. But I never really don't care, it doesn't matter what happened. For me, it's the most important what will happen to your family.
Okay. John, could you address that? Have you scored it, and what if you saw that maybe you thought the judges may have seen that convinced them to give those rounds to Andre?
Yeah, I watched the high school fight. I had 9-3 at that for us, and 8-4 worse for us when we won the fight. The Diamond the first half of the fight. The second half of the fight, I think Diamond could have, but when Ward did, this time, I thought that Sergey won the fight, hands down. The judges, why they scored it on their own side. Past that. But whatever is 5 rounds, you really got a 50 points, but got it and move on with that. It was the second fight. The one thing I will tell to the fans is Sergey improved the first half of that fight, and he's not boxed for it. That Ward on that. So I'm more pretty good. So this is add more to the second fight.
That's what I want to ask you guys about when it comes to the second fight. Do you think that, Sergey, that John, if you don't answer this, do you think that you need to change anything in any way dramatically? Because you feel like you won the fight. I think most of the media, many of the fans think that you guys won the fight. It's a different judging panel in this fight than the first fight. So because you didn't get the W, do you think you have to do anything dramatic in terms of changing what you're going to bring in on the 17th? Or can you fight a game that you all thought was successful the first time that you really did in your mind?
Let me answer something first. Honestly, if you look at it, Sergey didn't want to do much more than what he did. Because he proved the fans in the first half of the fight. He can win it, and Ward's going to say. Now, we need to be more aggressive and effective in the second half of the fight than in the first half of the fight. He proved he's a better fighter. He's a puncher. So for all of it, Ward, he was punching, Brady was. That's his best in this one. He passed his punch because all he did was survive. And if the time is, he can point and award it, get the decision to be survived. Where did he get? Because he's best shot. A full-on, hard shot that he had. It was kind of flush and wasn't the best punch, but he could drop it. So just imagine when it happened, so he landed his best shot on Ward's chin. And the lights out. So there's not much more we really do things differently. There's not much more we can really do to be victorious in the second time around and we were the first time around. So there's not much question for it, we got to change these different things. Now, on the flip side, all this stuff more, the camp talk, they better switch up and they better come over with a better game plan second time around.
Sergey, is there anything you'd like to add to that about making any kind of changes as you guys go through the rest of your camp for this fight?
Вопрос такого плана, что очень много думаю, что сейчас изучая всех актеров, всех фахов и
take us all of this responsibility. Надо делать изменения сейчас в этой подготовке до ремарки, или вы делать, чтобы выигрывать. И Шевченко сказал, и я спрашиваю, у тебя есть что-то добавить? No, I don't want to very confident everything to answer wrong. And I think it's really great motivation for this fight, you know, I would like to, and I will, to get back myself, you know, and we'll be ready for this kind of game.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in Weston.
Thank you very much.
Our next question is coming from Lance Pacmar from the LA Times. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to ask also for Sergey and John David. I mean, last time after the fight, Sergey, you talked about maybe you overtrained and, you know, paid the price for that in the second half of the fight. How attentive are you guys to that issue now as it comes to a close? And what measures have you taken to ensure that that will not happen again?
Просто раз после боя ты сказал, что когда говоришь, что как бы перетренировался, очень много сил потратил на тренировки. А как произошло у тебя подготовка в этот раз, и насколько уверен, что в этот раз ты как бы будешь готов? We make it almost lots of things and like doing good. Like I think that right now is much better, and right now is playing people going like right, and we said everything is going to get like let's work just going to get.
And John David, just want to elaborate on what things you guys have done.
No, Sunday at the work.
Okay, you don't want to get into specifics at all?
No, give something you see. No problem.
Okay. Let me ask you guys this, because, you know, look, Sergey, the judges may have given you a raw deal in your mind the first time around, and Nevada has come back again, I believe, with 3 American judges in this case as well. It seems as if it's easy to pursue a knockout, to take it out of the judge's hands. Are you doing those kinds of things in training camp to, you know, pursue that idea and finish him without it going to the scorecard?
Ты пытаешься что-то делаешь подготовки, что оставлять это для судей, потому что Невада, конечно, тогда ожидала никаких возможностей выбрать других судей. И они опять знают, что это 3 американские судьи. А тебя, то есть у тебя как бы откладывается в голове, что надо его наблюдировать, и ты делаешь что-то в частной подготовке, чтобы не так. You know, everything depends from...
I'll translate for Kovalev.
From my situation, yes, from my trade, how I get the third trade for this fight. And I'm trying to get right now third trade for June 17th, and we can see what will happen June 17th. I don't know what, how exactly what is going to be. My decision or somebody stop each other, you know. Let's see, like, I don't have any prediction, you know. I just better one goal to beat Underwood and beat our football team, you know. Because he didn't deserve this belt and this status of the champion. He is now really fight his nose and working everywhere and don't see the people around him.
Basically, Kovalev's phone is low.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sergey.
So he said he's going to beat the shit out of Andre Ward. That's the only thing I heard.
Our next question is coming from Steve Ivey from the Boston team. Please go ahead.
Yeah, yes, the question is for Sergey. Sergey,
This is that beat the shit out of Ward.
Your promoter tried to get some international judges involved, and all of the 3 judges that were assigned to the fight are very good judges, considered among the best in boxing. Would you have preferred to have international, at least 1 or 2 international judges, because that was your complaint after the
serve un caso voi promosso prodotto pubblicità независимые судьи откуда-то других континентов. И вопрос такой, что выборы лучше имел бы из других стран. You know, my answer is I'm ready for everything. What God gives me. This is the next step for me. I believe that the judges will do best very well. You know, best job. What they should do. I believe that these best judges because, like, my mother said, we wish to do this judges because they made a mistake before. They made a mistake before, and we have to do something. I don't know, and I don't speak about it. This sort of like services part or like something. I should do my best job into the ring, you know, and this part will be I will do the ring. This part for the fans, for the Boston fans. If you're happening something bad, everybody will see what will happen, you know. It's the most important. Who will see, what will see Boston fans? What's the decision? Because one decision was wrong, and all people and Boston fans saw it. It was happened, and everything right now, nobody recognized underwork of the champion. And he should to approve. He's 17, but he's a real champion. Not me. He should to approve. He needs to approve. But he should together to wear himself. But I just forget to put the link and keep his up, you know. I want to find this skin. I want to find this skin and get myself back.
You talking to?
Sorry, last week Kathy mentioned to me how she thought that you looked.
Did y'all hear that crazy shit?
For your media day last week, as opposed to back in November, that you looked fresher and looked.
He's saying he's not going to leave it up to the judges. He wants to punish him. He wants to beat the shit out of him and get his belt back.
Training camp than you felt the last time.
That he's not going to leave it up to the judges.
Yeah, I feel myself as this point. No, I didn't know that the ball's my face right now. Because the last time,
Kovalev's phone is low.
I couldn't say to put the fight, like the king fight, you know.
So I'm trying to listen.
I don't want to fight it because I'm afraid. I gone to the fight and worked step into the ring, you know, and start underwork with empty end of the rank. I mean, empty rank. My energy rank was empty 1 month before the fight. And right now, I understand that I did very great, like, fighting history with myself. That I fought with the best American fighters, you know, and these fighters didn't win. But right now, I feel that definitely fight between the people. Different is much better than last time.
I'm going to put the audio up for this call at high quality later.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, if you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Our next question is going to come from Sean Cross from Boxing Insider. Please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. How are you? I just wanted to ask Mr. Jackson and Mr. Kovalev a quick question. Are they expecting perhaps that Ward may come in with a slightly different game plan this time around than he did the first time?
They may, you know, listen, we're dealing Especially prove that you won that first fight outright, which you did. So now you need to be a little more aggressive. How much more smarter than can he be than what he is? He's tremendous talent as far as boxing wise. So you can't get much more brilliant than he is now. He has to be, if you're going to change his game, he has to be more aggressive. He has to be willing to take more chances to prove that he did still get the first fight, which he did not. So there's not much more going to do than he did for the first fight. Good when he does, that's surviving, making the fight ugly, and the way he wins. Right? You can't knock him for that, but can he improve? No, not really. He did the best he could that night, and he survived, and he's giving it for that. So if you're going to make any adjustments, it may be small adjustments, but not going to be adjustments.
I know what my question is going to be.
I mean, it's tight. If he's not going to get stuff, and he's playing Russian roulette, he's going to be quick. Thank you.
Really Russian roulette. I love it. Oh, it's doing that.
Our next question is going to have a Steve Graham from Fight on Heights. Please go ahead.
Hi there. My question is actually for Kathy. Kathy, can you just give us your thoughts around the promotion of the event? So I know main event first fight and Rock Nation haven't moved that over to the rematch. Can you just talk about how you feel the promotion has been executed up until this point, and if you would have done any better? And secondly, do you just expect the pay-per-view sales to be stronger for the rematch than they were for the first fight, given that they were pretty low for a fight of this magnitude?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to comment on how the promotion is going versus last time or what we can do better for that. The decision for vaccination bargains for the right to be really promoted, and so it's good. As far as the sales are going to be, I don't know if there's any way to predict pay-per-view sales. So everybody's just, doing their best. I'm really happy with the 24/7 that just came out, and the screening today. Beginning to do it, I should say, today online. And I encourage anyone who hasn't seen it to take a look at HBO's work is always the very best. It is always brilliant. People are saying this is the best 24/7 in Europe, and that's quite a statement when you consider the quality of the work.
It was.
So, that seems to me to be a great selling tool, and hopefully that's going to have a big impact in the next 2 days.
Thanks, Kathy. And one question for Sergey. Sergey, can you talk a little bit about what the source of animosity is between you and Andre Ward? It seems to be a very genuine dislike between you two. And from your perspective, is that just because he disingenuously, in your mind, feels that he won the fight, or is it how he carries himself, or is it just the banter between you two? Can you just elaborate on that a little bit?
Такой и городом. Свое мнение, думаю, что все-таки выбрали такой, и свое мнение, что сейчас как выходит, такое, как голова такой поднятая, потому что у него находятся сейчас вот эти титулы, и вообще как бы тут мог бы прокомментировать вот эту обстановку, которая происходит сейчас в такой и I just want to understand that you guys right now and no good to respect, in my opinion.
Thanks, guys.
Our next question is going to come from Hbo Ppv from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Please go ahead.
Hello, guys. Hey, just going back to the fight, I'm just curious about your reaction. It kind of seemed like you were very calm. Before. I thought you were a little more, I guess, like you said, or angry. You seemed pretty upset, but you were more calm. Was that you kind of control your emotions? Using your family that kind of kept you calm? What's going through your mind?
Чтобы после боя, когда видели, что ты проиграл, и ты очень спокойно это все принял, говорит, я думал, намного как бы там злее, говорит, я нервничаю, там, психовать, но ты как бы очень спокойно, так, вообще без никаких проблем, как ты можешь прокомментировать это?
Yes, I was quiet because, you know, I was sensitive. No any emotions, no any energy to conflict, you know. Since the 6 rounds, I was sensitive and I was just killed by decision. And I shouldn't suppose conflict, you know. I couldn't change conflict. Like, what happened is happened. I just understood that I was lost and I don't have any more doubt right now. It's just like I already thought that will be easy.
I think,
Did you feel like you were a little upset at yourself, kind of mad that you let him off the bed? You knocked him down the second round. It seemed like you could have knocked him down again, but I think you were thinking.
Yeah, Kovalev's phone is low.
Like you're a little mad at yourself for not finishing the job.
ну, как ты все равно, как бы ты был немножко расстроен,
So I'll paraphrase for you.
ты его как бы нокаутировал втором раунде, все равно так, то есть в другую сторону.
Of course, I was disappointed, but the most my disappointment was of my technical discipline.
Выступление, да, выступление, not preparation, performance.
Yeah, I was very, very disappointed by my performance, but I didn't show what I could, you know. And it was not my day. It was not my day, and I was disappointed, yes, about this, that I overrated this perfect champion, you know, like super overrated team, and therefore I was disappointed that I did it, you know, like I was angry for myself.
Got it. Thank you, Sergey. Appreciate the time.
Our next question is going to come from Sergey Kovalev from Ring TV. Please go ahead. Hi, everybody. All right, so, you know, it's no secret that both of you have made it very known that space for each other. He said recently that you're very successful at being a bully towards him. Can you talk about your thoughts when Gordon said you and your team main event are playing games which are
Yeah, you done?
That was a good question.
yeah. Hello?
No, we can't hear you. We're gonna.
So can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Okay, hi guys, sorry. Alright, hi guys. Okay, so it's no secret that both of you have made it known that you're space for each other. Yeah. He said that you're very successful at being a bully. Can you talk about your thoughts when Gord says that, and also the saying that you and your team, main event, are playing games, and you're also trying to sway the commission and judges your way.
Hello? Cynthia, we are having a really hard time hearing you, so I'm gonna have to have you back here on a bad line.
Damn.
We're gonna move on to the next one.
Our next question is going to come from Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN Deportes. Please go ahead.
Thank you. This is used for Katy Dura. Katy,
Sound quality is not on my end. It's on their end.
Kovalev and what is the contract? Do you have any another rematch clause or no?
I'm going to upload HD quality audio later on.
So if Kovalev won this second fight, there was no more interference between Kovalev and West.
There's no obligation for there to be a rematch. Obviously, people could make decisions because they want to have it, but that would be something that we're obligation.
No more rematch clauses after this is what Kathy Ppv just said.
Our next question is going to come from Jeffrey Turner from the Speak Times. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for putting me on the call. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Great, thanks. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, Sergey. I've read that you called Andre Ward a fake champion. Can you please explain that a little bit? What do you mean by that?
Yo le acusado de fake champion. Hay una técnica que pone por que quiero por su pasado. I already explained a lot of times why he's a fake champion. Because he didn't deserve this result by one decision.
No rematch clause.
Okay, Sergey, one more question. Is WBC light heavyweight champion Donovan Stevenson still on your radar? And if so, what are your thoughts on his performance last weekend?
Stevenson casi se gana la tarea y entonces muy fue un buen desempeño por su cosa. Yeah, he beat he tried to beat his opponent by second lap. There's a friend of everything. Pero yo no sé si es acompañante. Yeah, he's starting to beat his opponent by second round because he doesn't want to, in his mind, he doesn't want to fight anybody fresh. So he goes in the ring with the guy who he knows already he can beat. 11 rounds out of 12. That's just an example. In the last fight, Conforra, 11th round out of 12. And he's fighting with them again. So it's the second round opponent. He's consider he's fighting like Uber driver. Okay.
That's kind of unkind to Uber drivers.
You're a taxi driver, Uber driver, you're not fighting driver. You're fighting somebody does. Okay.
The next question that we have on the line is coming from Karen from the Boston.com. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today. This question is for John David Jackson. You mentioned how in the first fight, Kovalev brought in someone you didn't know to speak Russian to him in the corner, so you weren't able to give instructions that night. Have you and Sergey talked about this, and is it going to be different in the rematch?
We don't really talk about it. We just second fight, we just came together and we realized that it's still going late and we were going to improve on. And so, we don't have a real problem. Man, the first fight again, it's the mistake that he made and we corrected them. And so now we go forward and we're doing what we need to do to be towards the second fight, second time around.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
Our next question is coming from Gail from Communities Digital News. Please go ahead.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
waiting for my question.
The Uber driver comment. I know some pretty badass Uber drivers, so watch out. This is a silly question for everybody to answer in two parts. Sergey, it's very obvious how angry you are about the result from the last fight, as were many observers. And you have this drive now, this anger to get the belt back. So this is for both Sergey and then all of you who watch him daily. How is that anger helping you motivate for this fight? Do you think that anger is a good tool to win this time? And how, for those observing him, how are you seeing it in him drive him towards the second fight?
Creo que tenemos
Any questions you guys want to ask? Type them in the chat. If it's a good one, I'll ask it. I'll probably be at the very end, if that. Meaning the question. I'm going to ask about the Andre Ward body attack and what they plan on doing, you know, this time to avoid that. Something along those lines. So for those who don't know, I'm going to upload the actual call later on today. I can ask whoever you want.
When I lost, I used to buy a lot of
oh, good question. Let's ask about the drug testing situation. There we go. We good.
Is more than in America, you know. But in America, even in America, Pakistan of war, texting by Facebook, by Instagram, by social media, that I won the fight. And their account is going to support me the next fight. You know, and right now, my most motivation is skaters. Skaters, yeah. And I want to keep the point they and team work, team of work. Because their account is a lot of movement in my side. They say that I did. I don't care. They will say inside the ring for anything what they say. But
anybody else? Yeah, I believe for a long time that Sergey doesn't best one when he doesn't like his opponent. So
Yeah, I hear you.
and if people have done a great deal to ensure that will be the case. So I'm really happy about that. Well, I do personally think boxers operate better when they've got a healthy little mean streak to them. On the other side of that question, you certainly are one of those people that has that kind of a status as a people's champion. You did have a lot of people say after the last fight you were the winner, who thought the same way your whole team did, and supported you, and they see you the same way with or without the law, no matter what. What is your reaction to them, and how much has that helped you after that fight? All of you.
Politics.
I actually is good, of course. I'm very appreciative to these people, you know, and what I see improved by Pakistan. It means that I'm right that I want, you know, because it's on my opinion. The people approve that I want, and like, it's not easy to deal with, you know, and understand when you're not the one, or what you do.
And anyone else want to add to that? No, thank you very much. And Sergey, I'm very impressed with how good your English has become. Congratulations. Thank you all.
I try to do this.
Our next question is going to come from Chris Williams from Steve Boxing and Central. Please go ahead.
Hey, thanks for that. Question is more so for Sergey that, you know, the one knock that you can have on Sergey's boxing ability is that he doesn't finish strong. While it may not be, you know, something that's totally founded, but it's probably the one thing that people say, Sergey doesn't finish strong. Is there anything you're doing
But he usually knocks people out.
like, to correct that and make sure that he finishes strong? So if it comes to a decision, you guys can make sure you solidify it.
Well, people say that he doesn't finish strong. I mean, what fight besides his last fight? What fight has they seen that's in? He finished strong in all fights.
Knock people out.
Responsibility for why he's finished strong. So that's all we can talk about. For the second fight, there's some things that we want to work on it, make it better for him to finish stronger and be more dominating, like he was in the first half of the first fight.
Kovalev 34.
The second fight, there should be no doubt. Hopefully the judges get it right this time, because you look at the first half of the first fight, so he did exactly what he was to do. He's cool, but I've been saying for years that he's a better boxer than that. He's honest with his own game. So there's not much more to do. To just do more in the second half of the second fight, like he did the first half of the first fight.
Okay. And then final question for Sergey: is there anything that Andre Ward does that that you think about all the time? It might frustrate you a little bit, or something that you look at and say, if I could take this away, figure out a way to take this away, I could really, really dominate him.
It's a difficult question. Yeah. The work that the general supporter says, but the movement stuff. But just to be out of driver, that's the thing that happens to a little shit. No, I understand. So what's happened just happens, I wouldn't follow for June 17, man, but worry about this day right now. Not worry, I think about this day. And trying to get that shape for this fight. But I don't care what happened, what it is. It's already was a long time ago. It's a lot, it's a past life already. Looks like a year, I looking forward. And now let's see what happens, what will happen June 17th. And not to think about what working, What's good.
Next question comes from Cynthia Comte from Maine TV. Please go ahead. Okay, can you guys hear me this time? Yes, we can. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, this question is for Sergey. It's been known, and it's not a secret, that you both have talked about your disdain for eBay. Yeah. Recently, you have said that you have a bully. Please tell us your thoughts about that, knowing that you're also a father and you're a role model to your son.
I got good questions for Kovalev. Well, two good questions. About one is I want to ask about the body work and how that affected him in the second half of the fight, especially if you say he was gassed. Also, but his phone is low, so y'all might not be able to hear it. As I said earlier, I'm going to upload audio, the audio version, high quality audio version later on, so you'll be able to hear everything clearly. And I want to ask Kathy Duva, can she detail what's going on with the drug testing? So those are my questions if I get to ask.
Which are not very crafty or creative, but you're playing games and trying to sway the commission and judges your way in. What are your thoughts about that? And
Kovalev's phone on his end is too low.
Okay, they're probably you would be the best guy. Because you are responsible for that.
I don't know, talking about, here's what I asked you about, a commission to please appoint judges, the very, very best, the ones who don't make mistakes, so that the decision of the judges did not become the story this time. And I don't think that's correct. The judges, you'll have a right to speak to the commission, but and I would have been remiss if I not. The panel students that they've chosen this time have a great deal of experience. I don't think they're likely to be swayed by the crowd. I don't think they're likely to make mistakes. Hopefully, but in the end, I'm human and mistakes happen. So everybody knows that this time he's done it very convincingly, and he will. And I'm happy with the judges.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Sergey. Our next question is going to come from Steve Brown from site. How, please go ahead.
Oh, they're recycling questions?
Sorry, John, actually. John, there's been a lot of talk about Andre Ward's style, right? So on one hand, there are a lot of fans who say that
we got to work our way at the totem pole, man.
An inside fighter. There's been a lot of talk. I think you said yourself that he's a dirty fighter and goes too much. Can you talk about whether you think that you saw the type of tactics in the first fight, and what do you do to neutralize that? And also in the first fight, I noticed that Sergey initiated some punches and headlocks and things like that. Was that strategic to offset what Andre Ward would typically do in your mind?
Well, I never said Andre dirty fight. I think it's the thing that he does, that I can't favor because he does all of that. As far as the inside game, there's no real inside game for him. The two fighters is bad the whole fight. Let his hands free, block shot, and counter back. And that's an Andre does. He does hold a lot. But those things work for him. And you can't knock it if it works for him. They're winning it. And still stands for it. Okay, let's be there. He has to help someone first, and that's the first time to rest. We do hold a lot. But we're working on that. Right? And this fighting, we can say that because, here's the thing about this. When you have the power that Sergey has, a tremendous master guy, the power that he has, they're weak from the whole inside. If Andre wants to fight inside the time, they may try to fight one time, then he has to look at gamble. And that gamble, he takes body shots until he's going to hit him. Now, he can withstand that shot running, he can come in. There's no human being that the body's not made to take him for that kind of punishment. But let's see if he can stand inside, not grab him home, but he can find the inside. Punishment. Okay, then take it. As far as the dirty part, no. It's not dirty. That's just smart tactics on his part. Different way to say that, hey, that's part of the game, so you give you credit for that. In this fight here, there's certain things you can do. You can work on it, you can fight better. If there's anything you need to do, you can improve no doubt, you can better fight all the time. You can see what I think you really watch that. Because Sergey can beat Andre Ward. He proved that in the first half of the fight. Now let's finish in the second half of the fight and end the fight.
Thanks, John.
And our last question is going to come from Keith Idle from the BoxingZone.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, John, obviously what happened last week was... Did you have a chance to speak to Sergey after all that happened last week as far as the rumors about switching teams and all that kind of stuff? You guys speak about it or just kind of leave it alone after that?
Talk about it.
5304. Yep. Yeah, I've had this number for a long time. Wrong number.
Because at this stage, they know that's all they really can do. If they want to be honest about it, they can say, we didn't win the first fight, so we got to speak. Okay, let's talk about it. And our time. But now, it's stuck in mind games, trying to make it in the news to offset. I can't do that. I can't be strong. Actually, what they did, and when they did it, they're going to be stronger and become closer. And, we're working a whole lot better. So I need to thank them for doing the things they thought was going to offset our camp, make camp better for us. So I appreciate what they got from us. But never say that I accept your first one. If you want to say that, fine. I have no problem with that. Come June 17th, all of you that Sergey wants, that he deserves to have back to himself, he's going to get that to do it. You know, that fight, because of that talk, fight. If Warren really wants to prove that he's the better fighter, he fight a good hard fight, not you know, not do too bad, and that's the take guys and maneuver them around the ring and then they fight strategically, but not in a fight fashion. Because if I get a two-city champion, you deserve the first decision that you got. Fight. Stand in the ring and fight this man. They clearly is a better fighter. And in Triple Pan, you know, he deserves to fight this title. You know, so we'll see what happens from the 17th. But when all said and done, he's coming up to the chance to get world champion once again.
Sergey, can you comment on that? You know, how you guys kind of just got past that last week and talked about it a little bit?
Give me about 4 minutes, and then we're going to talk boxing. This call's almost over. I'm not going to get a question in.
That was the last question in queue.
Okay, I'm going to let Sergey get back to his training here. I really appreciate everybody's time. Kathy, if you'd like to make some closing comments, now would be good. Kathy, are you there? Kathy Douglas?
Yeah, sorry. What was that?
So let's have some closing comments from you, and then we'll let him get back to his training.
Get back to training and go by the days, that's all I have to say. Thanks all for joining.
Appreciate it. So everybody, tickets are still available at the Mandalay Bay Event Center box office and on AXS.com. And if you have any other questions or need anything else, just shoot me an email. And thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sergey. Thank you, Agus. Thank you, John. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, everyone. You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man, they jipped me. You see how they said there wasn't no more questions in the queue? That was my question in the queue. But you know, as I said, with those media calls, that should be hit or miss. You gotta. I'm working my way up to the totem pole. So when it comes to PBC, I get a question in. When it comes to Golden Boy, I get a question in. Main events, Rock Nation, not so much. We got a media call tomorrow with Andre Ward. Hopefully we'll be luckier and maybe get a question in, you know, and ask what's going on with this drug. What's going on with this drug testing situation? Yeah, man, they jipped me out my question. You heard at the end, they said there was no more questions in the queue when my question was in the queue, but it's all right. I understand I'm an easy target. They don't want to answer my questions. They want to flee me off. It's okay. 5U 360 is on the way up, though. So let's talk a little bit. Here's what we got from the media call. Team Ward reached out to John David Jackson, trying to get tips on what was going on in Kovalev camp. So they call. So this is what they're saying basically on the media call. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the high quality version of the media call, just the call itself later on as soon as they send it out. So, according to Team Kovalev, Team Ward contacted John David Jackson. Was like, so what's up? What's going on with Kovalev camp? What are you doing? And basically that's how shit popped off, you know. Also, Kovalev was talking shit. He said, quote unquote, you know, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. Fuck him. And was pretty much like going on these long rambles, these long kind of broken English rambling rants about how Son of Judges is not a real champion and that he has nothing to prove. Means Kovalev saying he has nothing to prove, but Andre Ward does. You know, that's pretty much what it was about. It was nothing like controversial in like the call in any way, shape, or form. You know, I'm just hoping that the fight, God damn it, I'm just hoping that the fight is successful, you know, because a fight like this with this much animosity should be successful. Also, you know, I'm wondering, like, what was Andre Ward's real logic in missing, you know, the HBO face-off of Max Kellerman, especially when HBO 24/7 was so good. Now, I can understand like how he feels Kovalev is a racist and he doesn't respect him and everything, but look at the historical value of an episode of HBO 24/7 or a face-off. You know, look at the historical value of that HBO face-off 20, 25 years down the line. You know, like how we have this, you know, footage, you know, of you know, training camp for Muhammad Ali with the Thriller in Manila, you know, training camp, you know, footage of Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, preparing and going through, you know, his shit for his fight against Marvin Hagler. You know, about how he's saying he was just having like nightmares about the dude, not nightmares, but dreams about how he, you know, like all that archived footage basically. You know, so that was pretty much whack. If the price was right, Jackson would have jumped ship. You know, see, here's the thing, man. Something about John David Jackson don't be sitting right with me. So, you know, I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past him, though. I wouldn't put it past him. But I'm hyped for the fight. It's next weekend. That shit is right here, literally upon us. It's next weekend. You know, it's crazy. You know, so I'm going to be buying the fight. I'm going to enjoy it too. I'm going to enjoy the shit out that fight. Listen, I got a fucking $1,100 cable bill, yo. I'm on some sad shit right now, for real, for real. Let me show you my shit. I mean, obviously it's going to get paid, but still, that's fucked up. You know, nobody want to see no crazy ass shit like that. You know, like all those moving charges and fucking buying UFC pay-per-views that I wasn't even watching. Look at this crazy ass shit. They got that shit in the red. Let me see if you can see it. They got that shit in the red. You can't see it, can you? Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, that shit fucked up, yo. That shit fucked up. But at the same time, like, it's my job to like buy the fights, you know, and enjoy the sport. It's my job, you know. So, no, see, I like the fact that I can DVR because remember, for those who don't know, when I do my post-fight videos, right, what do? We play the post-fight interview. I can rewind and fast forward and shit. You can't do that shit with no. You're not watching no stream. You're not watching no motherfucking. You know, like if I can buy a Box Nation every month, I buy a Box Nation anytime I'm playing for fucking Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Netflix. Who needs all that shit, right? You know, I mean, I need Amazon Prime, but who needs all that shit? I would gladly pay whatever they pay for, like a channel like Box Nation. That's why I hope that if Top Rank is really going to launch some type of digital boxing platform, I hope that it includes, you know, fights in those lower weight divisions from Thailand and Japan and China. You know, and we're able to watch, like, you know, fights all around the world like Box Nation does. You know, I'm talking about the fights that are not going to be on HBO or Showtime or PBC. I want to be able to watch everything, you know. So, but listen, you know, I feel Andre Ward is going to win, but it's like this, right? Kovalev is pissed. And I keep saying, you know, over and over again that Kovalev is a very good overall boxer. He's very underrated as a fighter, you know. I have heard of a satellite package that allows the rich to watch all channels worldwide and pay-per-view worldwide. I'm sure it's out there, but how much is some shit like that? You know, my cable bill, put it this way, if there my average cable bill is $279 a month. That includes all my shit. That includes the internet, you know, the cable. And I have HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, Stars. Not necessarily for me. I need HBO and Cinemax, and like, you know, not HBO, Cinemax, HBO and Showtime for the boxing. But the other stuff is for my father. And then if you factor in, you know, 2 pay-per-views a month, you know, my cable bill is like, you know, $300+ a month. You know, on an average, like it's probably like close to $4 a month on average. The only reason why my shit is $1,200 now is because I had some shit installed, you know. But if I can pay like that amount, you know, like, and I have like, if I can pay $500 a month and I have access to everything in the world, like every, you know, boxing event, like if I have access to those Japanese channels that show those you know, those boxing events over there with those lower weight divisions with their, you know, with, you know, their quiet ass crowds, because Japanese and Chinese boxing events, they be quiet as shit. Or if I was able to watch like those Thailand cards with their Street Fighter 2 presentation, you know, 5K, fuck no, like 5,000 a month or a year. If it's a year, you know, then you know, no, it got to be more than a year, because in a year that's about what I paid in cable every month, around about that, you know, cable and internet. So it's got to be more, you know, than 5K a year. But, you know, anyway, let's stop talking about that. But I do feel that Kovalev versus Ward is a fight that people should buy, especially if you're a hardcore boxing fan, because how are you a hardcore boxing fan and only 170,000, you know, households purchase the fight, or as far as pay-per-view buys? Split that up how you want. It's still pathetic when you think about hardcore boxing fans. You see what I'm saying? It's still pathetic. You know, and then everybody want to be talking about the fight, but you do have to understand that, you know, Andre Ward is just not a household name. Kovalev is more of a known name than Andre Ward, because of the exposure that HBO has kept giving him of being this undefeatable Russian guy. Remember, they put a lot behind Kovalev over the last several years. My camera's not zoomed properly. Let me fix that. You know, they've given Sergey Kovalev a lot of like a big push towards an Andre Ward. He's had those layoffs, and then look, you know, what the hell is Jay-Z? Where's Jigga? Where's Hov? You know, Hov could have gave Andre Ward a little push. You know, maybe had him show up on stage at a concert. He was you know, Kevin Durant is with Rock Nation. Jay-Z was at the game the other night. You ain't show up to Ward versus Kovalev? Your number one boxer, probably the number one pay-per-view boxer, pound for pound boxer in the world. What? You know, it's crazy. He was just with Kevin Durant, but you can't show up to Kovalev Ward. You know, what if he came into the press conference and says, "Oh, H to the Izzo"? You know, what if he came into the press conference and some shit, had that shit all lit? Motherfuckers like, "Oh shit!" What, his whole Illuminati friends with him? You know. What happened to the concerts that Rock Nation used to have during events? You know, they should have a concert for you know, Kovalev War before Kovalev before the main event. They bring out Riri and Kanye, even though they beefing him and Jay. You know, they can do. We run this town in LA, in Vegas. You know, get that shit lit. You know, I'm just wishful thinking, man. I'm just wishful thinking. You know. Yeah, he be at all these games and shit. You know, you ain't gonna show up. You know, you ain't gonna show up to Ward Kovalev. Like, come on, y'all. Rock Nation, y'all. This is your first pay-per-view event. Where you at, Jay? Where you at, Hov? You know? Yeah, Rock Nation is done with boxing. That's the word. They're done with boxing. They're like, man, listen. That goes to show that no matter how much money you have in boxing, if you don't have those political affiliations, you don't have shit. You know, you gotta have connections in boxing, because you can be, no matter how much money you have, you can be freezed out. You see, Aaron, I mean not Aaron, Heyman, damn near you might say he froze him out. And then they don't work with Bob Arum, so Bob Arum like, we ain't fucking with y'all either. Y'all signed Coda, we mad at y'all. So you can have, the money, but if you don't have the fighters, to match your order connections, to match your fighters against fighters, Cotto, Rob, Jay-Z, how? Tell us about ticket sales. Seems like there's a lot of tickets left. Will prices go down? Yeah, man. Yo, listen, ticket sales for Ward Kovalev 2, they're talking like they're not like doing well, and I can understand, but at the same time, remember, it's going to be Father's Day weekend, right? If I'm correct. And I guess they're going to expect a lot of like walk-up traffic, like, oh, I'm going to take my father to this fight. You see what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. Are you still planning on promoting? Well, remember, how can I plan on promoting if I don't get like this media shit together, So, the goal is, I look at it like this, as I said before, going the media route was the best thing I could have done for teach myself how to be a promoter in the future. And I'm talking about within like 5 to 10 years, maybe I'm not 3, I would say 4 or 5 to 10 years, because I know about like the rankings. I know about like how to put on a press conference, like I know the foundation of where to start with all that type of stuff, and also like when you want to be a boxing promoter, you can't just say, all right, I'm here, you got to align yourself with other promoters and shit first. And, and more so like you got to know like how to maneuver the rankings. Like with things we've learned about boxing, like if you have the resources, you should be able to know how to maneuver your fighter through rankings, So say, for example, if you sign somebody that's like number 17 by the WBA at 147 pounds right now, right? You can't tell me you don't know how you wouldn't be able to maneuver him up. Like, wait a minute. Let's see if we can go over to the Congo, fight him, and get that WBA international title. Then after him, let's see if we can get that Intercontinental and try to force the WBA hand to force him. That shit, if you really, really look at it, it's all about finessing like the system. It's all about finessing the system. Ward doesn't self-promote either. Neither of them do really well. See, here's the thing. Kovalev is self-promoting like unintentionally because he just talks shit. He's just mad. He curses and stuff. So people looking at him like, yo, he's really the mad Russian. But when it comes to Ward, like him being the son of God, right? It's only but so controversial you can get, And he's not that type of dude. Why is it still cold in June? True. But at the same time, I'm happy because I'm asthmatic. I don't want to be out there in that crap. So Ward, it's not that he doesn't self-promote. It's just that he's somebody that needs, like with Jordan behind him. And then if he had Jay-Z behind him, he wouldn't need to, be all outspoken and shit. He's the type of fighter you got to market him in different ways. But at the same time, he's more marketable than he's ever been. Down. It's just that they got to run with that momentum. But if he wins against Kovalev, I question whether he's going to stick around or not. I question whether he's going to, retire. I mean, whether he's going to, keep boxing or retire. He seems like the type of guy that's cool with the amount of money that he's making, and he can survive off that shit for his family now and his kids. He don't seem like he spend a lot of money. So I question whether he's going to keep fighting or not, especially like what happened with that WBC situation. Because Rock Nation and Heyman, Donald Stevenson have yet to work on a fight that big of that magnitude. Also, what would happen to Ward if Rock Nation, gets out of boxing? Would they still only be promoting Ward as a boxer? Like, see, like Rock Nation can get out of boxing as far as being a boxing promotional company that's like actively trying to make a dent in boxing, but that doesn't mean that they still can't have 1 or 2 boxers. You see what I'm saying? That they promote, that they work with other promoters to get them on other cards. The fighters in the Mandalay Bay, yes. You know, they downgraded from T-Mobile to Mandalay Bay, which was a smart move. You know, so put it this way, they're promoting this fight better than they did the first time around. Remember that first press conference they had on press event, whatever that was, in that banquet, whatever that conference room or whatever that shit was. You know, so they're doing a better job with this fight. They're doing a better job with this fight, especially, you know, with the press tour. You know, because Kovalev was all pissed off and irritable. And also, you know, Andre Ward did a real good job. He was saying some more inspirational ass shit on the podiums. You know? Then you had Virgil Hunter, you know, calling Sergey Kovalev a drunk, saying you can't be drinking all that vodka and beat Dre. And then he's got an issue with John David Jackson. He's always picking a bone with him. You know, so shit be lit, man. Next week is fight week. You know, we got that last press conference. You know, shit is going to be lit. Apollo Creed had it down to T-Street minute round long, springing confetti, all that shit. That's how you promote yourself. Yeah, listen, to promote yourself in boxing these days, even if you're not a bad guy, right? Sometimes you got to be, listen, boxing is entertainment. You got to promote yourself. You know, like even if you this fucking, you know, this pious, humble individual, you got to be a goddamn son of a bitch. You got to, your job is to sell tickets and entertain. You know, look at Tyson Fury. You think he don't know what he be doing? Look at Anthony Joshua. His character is, he's got to be the upstanding citizen and shit. He's got to be the voice of the voiceless. Jay Prince calls him Sergio. Yeah, he did it at every single press conference. He did it all three. You know, and Sergio, we're gonna knock you out. Does anyone know the undercard? Yeah, it's got Dimitri Bivol, Luis Arias, and Guillermo Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux with the co-feature. Pretty solid undercard, you know, compared to, like, put it this way. For both of these promoters, they only have a limited amount of fighters. So it's a good undercard for what they can put together, you know, between their fighters. See what I'm saying? But yeah, oh shit, it's time to go. So I'm going to be pumping out a couple of videos today. I got to stay on schedule. I'm back now. So, you know, we got to start raking in this YouTube money. We got to get back being consistent, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream, you know, go make some lunch. And then I got 2 videos pumping out today. 3 more videos pumping out today. Then 3 tomorrow, including a media call with Andre Ward. So tomorrow, hopefully our luck will change. We'll have a media, we'll be on the phone with Andre Ward and hear what they have to say. So later on today, I'm going to upload, later on tonight, whenever they release it, I'm going to upload the audio version. It's going to be high quality of the media call, so you can hear in clear quality everything that Sergey Kovalev was saying. So the videos I have to do today is we're going to talk about the next video I'm going to do after lunch is talk about Brandon Rios, and then we're going to damn, I forgot the other fight I was going to talk about. Well, whatever. Please subscribe.